I saw your face in the moon. I promise I'll be with you soon.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be jumping on the bandwagon. I'm gonna do the Foxy eye trend on my eyes. So when I first saw this trend, I was like, nope. Not even going to attempt this because I just know my eyes. I know that creating a fake inner corner just doesn't really look that great on my eye shape, you know, and I was just like, no. But my friend Denise, who's also on YouTube, encouraged me to do this eye look because she thought it would look good on my eyes. But I kept telling her, I was like, nope, you know, like my eyes just, it's not good for this eye trend. But then she did this trend and uploaded a video on her channel, which I'll link down below, and I saw her video and I was like, okay, like this looks possible. I probably could do this. And then I saw Tina Young upload a video on it and I was like, okay, if these two ladies can do it, I definitely can do it, and just try. And I'm like, why am I letting my eye shape stop me from doing a makeup trend? You know, if I don't like it, I can take it off. It's not a big deal. So I thought I would just try it before I write it off completely, and this is my trial, my attempt. I mean, I have done fake inner corners and a foxy eye in the past before, but they always end up looking a lot like this. Very dramatic, and I feel like this foxy eye trend is more subtle. It's more on the soft glam side, and I still feel like I did take it a little bit too glam, but anyway, that's just what happened and that's just my eye shape. But I just wanted to do this video in case some of you guys were feeling like me, and when you see these cool eye looks and you're just like, nope, that won't work on my eye shape. I'm also telling this to myself, but like, we should just give it a try. You never know until you try. I get a lot of comments from you guys saying like, I could never pull off a half cut crease, and I'm like, girl, just try it, and if you don't like it, just take it off. At least you tried and now you know. And now that I've tried the foxy eye, I don't think I will do it very often, but I'm sure I will do it again, and I think practice makes perfect. I definitely gotten a little bit better at the inner corner portion. I mean, it's still uneven and it still doesn't look that great, but I think it's an improvement from, I guess, the last time I attempted it. So what I'm just trying to say, at the end of the day, it is just makeup and it's just all for fun. So enough blabbering. I know that was a really long intro. Let's just go ahead and get started with the tutorial. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. As you guys can see, I already did one eye off camera. I just wanted to take my time off camera to really practice and kind of get a feel of this technique so I could show you guys on this eye. I do want to say that I did do my brows a lot straighter than I usually do them. As you can see, when I rest my face, it is pretty straight. If I show you on this eye, you can see that the brow is parallel to the wing, and I feel like that's really going to enhance that like foxy eye. When I look at Bella Hadid, who is probably like the biggest inspiration for this trend, her brows are not that straight. They do have a bit of arch, but I thought I would just go for a straighter brow to really enhance that on my face. I did already prime my eyes with concealer, and I did set it down with an eyeshadow that's pretty close to my skin tone. So let's just jump into the tutorial now. I'm gonna go into the Nude Mood palette from ColourPop Cosmetics, and I'm gonna take the shade Au Naturel, and I'm gonna focus this right at the outer corner, and then use windshield wiping motions to get this blended. I'm just going to focus this at the outer corner. I'm not gonna bring that in towards like the inner part of my lid. All the product is just going right at the outer corner of our eyes. This shade is really nice. It is probably like a couple shades darker than my skin tone, so it's the perfect transition shadow for me. I'm then gonna take the shade Moody on my Makeup Collective number 10 brush. This is just a pencil brush that I'm using, and I'm going to use the tip of that brush to apply that to the lash line at the outer corner of my eyes. Just swiping left and right. But then I'm going to switch my brush to the Morphe M506 and start deepening out that outer corner. I'm only going to take a little bit of product on my brush, so you just really want this dark shadow to blend out. You don't want to keep dipping in and start building it up. You just want to blend what you already have. You can see I'm slowly pulling that eyeshadow into a cat eye shape by making like a sideways triangle. And as you guys can probably tell, I am doing my eyes first. I think if you're not as confident doing this technique, then I would suggest you do your eyes first. That way, if you do any mistakes, you can always take it off with a makeup wipe and you're not really ruining your base. And now I'm gonna take the ColourPop BFF liquid liner in the shade Grande. This is a brown felt tip liner. I'm going to line my eyes, but I'm only gonna line it at the outer corner first. The outer corner is where the eyeshadow is going to be the most dark and where the liner is going to be most thick. So towards the inner part of your lid space, you don't want any darkness, you don't want a thick liner there. So I'm going to create my normal wing, but while I'm aligning towards the inner part of my eye, I'm going to make it super thin. And as for my wing, I'm going to try my best to make it more feline, so the pointing more upwards than going down into more of like a puppy eye. So I have a rough map of my eyeliner. You can see it's not very precise or anything at all because I'm gonna go in with the shade Beast from the ColourPop It's a Princess palette. I'm using my Vanity Planner angled precision brush. This is a very thin, large angled brush, and I'm just going to go over that eyeliner to smoke and smudge this out. And I'm also going to extend the liner as well. But because the dark brown is not dark enough for me, I'm going to go in with a black eyeshadow. I'm just going to take a very little amount of it on the same brush that I was using. And again, just going to use this to smoke out that wing. And then I'm just going to take my makeup wipe, wrap that around my finger and clean that wing up. And now I'm gonna go in with Wink Wink from the Nude Mood palette on my AOA Studio E139 brush. I'm just going to apply that at the inner third of my eyes to give a very subtle sparkle and highlight to that area. I'm not using this wet or anything, just gonna apply that directly on top. I'm taking a brown eyeliner pencil. This one is from Ardency and it's their Modster eyeliner in the shade Coffee. I'm going to use this to tightline my upper waterline so that way you don't see any of my skin showing. So now it is time to create that fake inner corner, and this is probably the hardest part of the tutorial for me because as you can see on my eyes, I actually don't have an inner corner. So my inner corner is like folded, it's sort of hidden. If I go like this, that's where you see my entire inner corner, but when I let it loose, it's folded, it's like hidden, you know, it's like almost like a hooded inner corner. You know how people have hooded eyes? I have a hooded inner corner. So when I do this inner corner, sometimes it can look a little bit weird, but after watching Denise's video and Tina's video, I saw them do something that I'm like, okay, I think I can make this work on my eyes. So I'm gonna show you and hopefully this will help you guys out. I'm gonna go back into the shade All Natural on my Makeup Geek bent eyeliner brush, and I'm gonna use this as my guide first. So I'm going to make, you know, like a sideways triangle. I'm gonna go back into the shade Moody once again, the dark brown. I'm taking another bent eyeliner brush, but this is actually a paint brush. It's very small, very tiny. I love this brush so much. It's just from this brand called Princeton, but I feel like if you go to your craft store, you can find a brush like this. It's just a paint brush. And I'm gonna apply that right on top of All Natural that we just did. And the trick that I saw from their video is that I'm gonna take this right at the inner corner of my lower lash line. Like I'm gonna fill in this area. And I think when you fill in this area, it makes the inner corner look completed, like it's connected to your eye. Before, when I would do this, I really wouldn't fill in that lower part of my lower lash line. And then after seeing Tina do it, after seeing Denise do it, I was like, okay, I think that is like the finishing trick that you need to do. But I'm gonna go back in with the brown eyeliner to intensify that inner corner ever so slightly. And And the reason why I never do inner corners is because when I look up, it might look good and connected. The moment I look down, you can probably see there's like a random triangle here. It doesn't connect with my lash line. The only way it can connect with my lash line is if I do such a thick eyeliner that it covers almost my entire lid. So I feel like when I look up is the only time when it looks sort of okay, but when I look down it's just like a random like sideways triangle. And now moving into lashes, I'm going to be using the House of Lashes Iconic Lite. I feel like these are the most perfect cat eye, foxy eye lash because the outer corners are very flat out. It's super long, but towards the inner part it is much shorter. So I'm just going to apply my glue first because it does take a while for it to get tacky, and then we can prep our lashes. And just applying some mascara. This one is from Fenty Beauty. It's their full frontal mascara. And to finish off the eye, I'm going to take the shade Moody from the Nude Mood palette once again, and I'm just going to place it at the outer corners of my lower lash line. Alright you guys, so that is going to complete today's tutorial on the Foxy Eye trend. I hope you guys enjoyed it and hopefully picked up a couple of tips and tricks from me. I'm gonna leave Denise and Tina's video down below because they give a lot more tips. They also give tips about your hair and how you can pull it back to create more of like a foxy eye shape. So I'm gonna leave all their links down below, so be sure to check it out. But hopefully you guys enjoyed my video, found some new tips and tricks. If we have a similar eye shape where our inner corners are a little bit hidden, a little bit hooded. Let me know what you guys think of the foxy eye trend down below. Would you guys rock it? Have you already been rocking it? Or are you more into like a cat eye? Are you more into like a puppy eye that's more rounded? Let me know what you guys think of this trend. I know it's not like a really new trend, but I guess it's just gotten a lot more popular more recently. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!